Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dom with Pie for Life Games, and I'm here with Bill Wee, who played in the remote Duel Extravaganza this weekend. And how did you do, Bill?
I got second place with Pure Sky Striker.
Now, what made you want to play Sky Striker going into this event?
So I played Sky Striker because right now in the main deck, most of the hand traps are Nibiru, Droll, and Lancia, and all three of those like don't affect this deck at all. And also, this deck has no problem against Window, and it has because of the amount of hand traps you can play in this deck, it also has barely any problem against combo. Because of the fact that you can play board breakers and just break the combo boards easily. So that's why I chose to play this deck.
Very solid reasons, and obviously it ended up working out really well for you because it got you to second place. So, what were your matchups that you faced along the way?
So round one, I played against Dragon Link, which I played four dealing players in the tournament. Round two, I played against Bird Up Ancient Warriors. He was main decking Super Poly, so he was really prepared for the meta. So he really couldn't really deal with this deck. So he was main decking like Super Poly, Nibiru, all that stuff. And then round three, I played against Altergeist. I opened Harpy's Feather Duster, game one. So I won game one, and then game two. I also won because I think this deck just has a good match against Altergeist. The only time this doesn't is when you don't draw good and then they just start having a loop. Then you just have to scoop at that point because you can't really beat them. And then round four, I played against Dragon Link. Round five, I played against Dragon Link, and I drew round five. Because game one of round five took like 48 minutes. Because I thought he was playing two tidying, so I waited till he burned through both. Then I activated Mystic Mine, thinking he would just scoop. And then he waited to draw his third tidying, and then he bounced a Mystic Mine, and he just OTK'd me. So we went game two. Game two, we were really under time at that point, so I was attacked with Hayate, and then he just scooped it up because he wanted to burn me game three. And then game three, he tried to go for Archfiend to burn. And then I opened Nibiru, Ghost Ogre, Droll, Ash, so he wasn't really going to kill me. And then round six, I played against Unchained, against Matthew Thompson. He got 11th with Unchained, and he actually had a really good list. I lost game one, and I won game two and three. And then round seven, I played against Bird Up. And then round eight, I played against D-Link. And those are my matchups.
All right, so your total record was 701 on the day.
Yep.
And obviously very impressive, especially with Sky Strikers. I mean, they tend to pop in and out of metas as it is, but especially going into this event, it definitely worked in your favor.
Yep. For sure, for sure.
All right, let's go ahead and get into your deck profile.
All right, cool. So for the main deck, let's start off with the monsters. We have three Ray, and we play two Rose. I don't like three Rose because it's just Rose is just it's just not Ray, and also the only reason I see behind it is maybe because of desires, and that's why I play two. Just because the graveyard effect of Rose is just so good that you always want to have it engraved. Like against any combo deck, you just Nibiru when they summon something in the extra monster zone, and then you just trigger Rose, and then you'll follow up for the next turn. And then Ray's just Ray. I played one Tops because I'm blinding second, and this card is a 26 beater. It can beat over the Appaloosa. It can pop Imperial Order. I mean, it pops two cards in the field. Pretty good. For the hand traps, we have three Ash, three Phantasme, and three Nibiru. I didn't really play against that many Control or Eldritch, so I didn't really get punished by main decking both of these. But in the future, I am gonna put Nibiru to the side to main deck something like Lancia or Droll maybe because uh for the Altergeist player, this was just a dead card in my hand all the time for game one. So I'm definitely taking this to the side. I really like Phantasme because it helps make this deck consistent. And consistent Sky Striker deck is a really scary deck to deal with. And also, it's a situational Omnigate, and it's a level 7 for the BLS link in the extra deck. And we played a triple Ash because it's Ash and hits everything. Then we played double Shark and double Afterburners. Two Afterburners I really like, and I might actually bump it to three because it's a negation bait, and it's also pop when most combo boards don't put up 0 to like 1 spell trap negate on their board. So this is just really good for cracking boards. And then Shark Cannon, I only play two because of the desires. I rarely use this at all, except for when I link climbed or I was banishing stuff in the end phase. So I would just search up Suzuku, banish it, and then start off multi roll. Only two times I would use this. Um, Then I played 3 of the best card, which is Widow Anchor. When you have 3 spells, it's a crackdown, and you can link away the monster, you could arrow zero the monster, multi-roll the monster. I mean, this card's really broken. And then you play the one-ofs, because Hornet Jones just generates a token. That's nothing else to say about that. Multi-roll. If you multi-roll something, then you use Harpy's Featherduster. I mean, you win the game against a back row deck. So this card's just broken. And especially if you have multi-roll live and then you activate Janitors or Afterburners, you're popping 2 cards for completely free, so it's really good. For the field spells, you ran a Mine. Not 3 Mystic Mine, because I really don't like sitting on Mine. It's just a boring game to play. We ran a Mine, 2 Yugioh, and a Terraforming. I ran 1 because it's another target for Terraforming just in case I need it. And also, this is also a negation bait. That's also another reason why I played it. And then Yugioh, I was testing 3 because I was playing Phantasmian and Nib. And it really just, I was drawing 2 in my hand, and I was excavating Yugioh off Yugioh, and I just didn't like it at all. For the one-ofs, we have a Rhoda, a Called By, a Upstart, and a Harpy's Featherduster. So, a Rhoda and Upstart, you have to play in this deck, because this, it thins your deck, and it's also a spell. And then this, it's a spell and it's a starter. So you have to play those. Featherduster and Called By, these are optional, but this for Blinding Second, I really think this is mandatory because if you play against any deck, this is just a good card in general because it wipes the back row, or it just baits negate for your talents. And then Called By the Grave, I might cut this in the future because it didn't really come up that much. Only time it really came up is if I was already in like a game winning situation, I just activate this to just stop them even more. I think it would come up more if I played against more control matchups. So I'll have to do more testing and see. I played double MST. I chose not to play Cosmic because of the fact that this is a pseudo starter because you could just pop your own Air Zero and just start playing the game. We ran triple Talents and triple Desires. So you need a draw card in this deck because it just top decking and a Hayate dump add with Kagari just isn't enough advantage to actually win the game. And you just need like drawing 2 is just really nice because banishing 10 won't hurt you too much unless you really banish like your whole engine, which rarely happens. And then we play triple talents because your whole deck is filled with either board breakers or negation baits, so this will always be live. And drawing 2 is just it just shouldn't be in the game. And also you could take a Dragoon because this deck has a huge problem against Dragoon, and I'm not playing Kaijus. So you take a Dragoon, you win the game with their own Dragoon. And then, or you just look at their hand, know exactly what to dump, what exactly to add, and kill them. I think round 4, I activate Desires. He ashed. I called by the grave, so I drew 2. Then I activate this to draw 2 more. So I mean, it's just really broken. I could draw 4 cards in one turn. That's the extra deck. We ran 3 of each link because it's mandatory. Don't run 2 Hayate. 3 is needed because if you're under Mystic Mind, this wins the game, and also just being able to dump something, it's like it's acts like an engage in this deck with Kagari. So Hayate is just really good. And then we ran a Kaina and a Zeke. The Kaina comes in clutch all the time, and also wins the game in time. So you have to run this. And then Zeke for linking away problematic cards after you take them, or after you negate with Rose, and you take it and then you just link it away to Zeke. Also, you can do the second effect, send your own Area 0, and then just link climb when you're trying to make access code. We ran a Phoenix, a Unicorn, and an access code. Phoenix is for Imperial Order, and it's a generic link too. And Imperial Order screws this deck up really bad. We ran a Unicorn. It's an easy link 3 to make for going to access code. And we ran, of course, an access code for OTKs. It's really easy to make with this deck, and you have literally all the attributes. So you either just summon a 53 body, pop 6, and then kill them. And for the last card, we ran a BLS link because we ran the Phantasman and the Nibiru. So you can just link it away, and a lot of decks like Eldritch have a big problem against this card. They run themselves, but yeah, if this is at 45 attack, a Dragoon can't even get rid of this. And then stuff like Makaba, like Gold Lord, you just Shark Cannon and summon this. So, I mean, this is really, really easy to summon right now. And then to the side, we ran 9 hand traps. Lancia, I side this in like 2 times against the 2 Bird players. It didn't side in that much because I didn't really get any matchups for this, but I feel like it's still a really good side deck card, especially for Dinosaur and Eldritch. And then we ran 3 Droll. for D-Link and for Dogma Invoked, and also for a bunch of rogue decks that add a bunch of cards. Maybe Pendulum, never know. Drill's really good. And then 3 Ghost Ogre. I love this card. This card is so good. You can go Ghost Ogre the Dragon Link field spell, and then like you might not think it affects them that much, but it actually really hurts. And also, if they don't use your field spell, you could just hold this till the battle phase, and then they go Boral Sword, effect to gain attack. You chain Ghost Ogre, pop the Boral Sword, and then your Rose triggers engraved to special herself, and then she's another body on field, and she negates something. So it just saves you from dying. That's another reason why I just love this card, because this card goes so well with Rose. Because there's so many monsters that effects act in the extra monster zone that you just chain this to, and then just summon Rose and negate something in their field, which is really good. And then for back row and Shaddoll, we ran double D barrier and a jamming waves. Jamming waves, I mean, it's just nice to hit a solemn judgment or solemn strike, and then also pop a monster if you want to, not targeting destroy. So I mean, if you really have to get rid of like a Simorg, you just target your own face down and then pop the Simorg. D-Dares are it's for mostly Dragoon and then fusions, because I don't really have a problem with Zeus, because I could just afterburners target Zeus or Widowmaker target Zeus, and then they chain it, and they're most of the time just gonna be sending their own stuff, because I mean you force out the Zeus or they just let it die. So I just use this for fusion. It's just like how Lancia stops one turn against Eldritch. Uh, you could easily just stop one whole turn invoked in the grind game, and then the next turn you just gain so much advantage as you win. So this card is really good. And then we play Triple Solemn Judgment, because this card, I mean, when you're going first and you just set this card, people think they drew Evenly Matched, they drew Feather Duster, they won the game. You just flip this card, or you negate their normal summon, and some decks they'll just lose after you negate their normal summon. This card is really good going first, and prevents all your spell traps from dying. And that's it for the deck profile.
All right. Are there any shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to a Discord server I play in. It's called the Yugioh Competitive Community. They're having a free box tournament when they hit 1,000 members, and all their events are free. They have locals 2 days a week. They have events every weekday, like King of the Hill, and everything's completely free. So if you want to get better, you want to have fun, make sure to join the server. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, congratulations, Bill, again on your second place at the Extravaganza. And if you guys enjoyed the deck profile, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more future Yu-Gi-Oh content, and we will see you guys in the next video.